The following is an actual play D&D podcast featuring comedians and improvisers in the great state of Vermont. Welcome to Improvised Weapons. Last time on Improvised Weapons.
Are you saying our performance wasn't thoroughly convincing? Because I find that hard to believe.
What if I was lying to you, Scott?
Or you could just stop.
I'm in too deep.
And there was a horse that was bullying people.
Well, it's the kind of thing that you assume when you're in an underground slave arena.
But the sound effect is a slide whistle. You're so scary.
Look at him, he's terrifying with his pointy hat.
These robes are satin.
This is a very mole-heavy area. Must protect master.
I have to
You
be
guys-
so bad.
yeah.
I hit you in the face earlier by accident when I was trying to save you.
Greetings and salutations. At the end of the last episode, you may have noticed that we teased an important announcement. Well, guess what? It's important announcement time. We are officially launching a Patreon page. If you are unfamiliar with patreon.com, it's a way for creators to get some income for their creations. So, if you like the show, which of course you do, head on over to patreon.com/IWVT and check it out. There are different levels of contribution and they all come with some cool rewards, plus the knowledge that you are helping us make this podcast even better. Now, on to the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Improvised Weapons. You may be a little confused. I'm sure you saw the title of this episode and you were like, meanwhile, what the fuck does that mean? Well, we are without one of our stalwart crew today. So we figured rather than try to just carry on without him, we would take a look at another corner of the world of Thrayon and see what some other characters are up to. Will they play into our overall story in some way down the line? I'm not telling you, but maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen. We make it all up anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Our story begins with a whoosh! An explosion of flame erupts from a small boy in the town of Jarrett's Hollow. Unable to control it and stirred into a panic, he runs from his home and off into the surrounding countryside. His family, rushing to douse the flames now in and around their home, are unable to give chase. The Order of the Raven's Egg has special operations teams called Tines, groups they send out to deal with sensitive situations. One such group is on its way to Jarrett's Hollow right now. A 4-person team led by the Red Dragonborn sorceress Sienna Calderst. It also includes Hobson Bracegirdle, a halfling sorcerer, and Safphira Krisreith, a half-elf wizard. The two are best friends and are affectionately known as the Half-Twins because they are relatively inseparable. The group is rounded out with some muscle in the form of Ekadius, a Tiefling Paladin dedicated to Ig, the goddess of nature. Together, they have traveled southeast from Mindspring to aid in finding this child. We join them now as they approach the outskirts of the town. We are to find Ogden household post-haste. Their boy is the one we seek.
Well, we'll just follow the flames that are burning where he's probably not even in control of what he's doing.
Can I look around for smoke?
Yes.
I do a smoke check.
Your nose is always better than ours.
So it has been, it's been several days since the child went missing. So you're not going to see any still existing flames unless people have just lit torches as they normally would, or still rising smoke. However, there are distinct scorch marks still around. Clearly there is damage that has not yet been repaired.
I see damage on the ground. You scorch marks.
Me too.
Perhaps we should follow the path that it left. Are there? Can I see if there's any footprints that are scorched into the ground, or?
You don't see any footprints per se, but the scorch marks do seem to be at like regular intervals. So you can surmise that if you follow them,
I like to surmise
into the town that you will find where they came from.
Well, I feel like we should follow this regular pattern of scorch marks on the ground here and see what we can find.
Yes, let's go to the house.
I agree. So following it a little bit deeper into town, you find that the home that you are looking for is a modest house. There are several large ashy stains on the outside. The plants out in the front yard seem to be mostly charred. The house, however, is intact. Upon approaching, Sienna turns to you, Hobson, and says, Hobson, would you do the honors?
Would I? Yes. What?
Knock on the door.
Burn the place
Burn it to
down.
the ground. You know, whatever
I just
feels
wanna be
natural.
clear.
This looks like our first apartment we got together in Stone's Throw. This was just brilliant, all scorched up.
I do a lot of firework. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Baby, you're a firework.
Thank you. That is my motto. All right, I knock on the door. I do the honor. I do that honor.
Excellent. So, you go up, you knock on the door, and the door is very quickly answered by a thin man who says, Cyril? No. Who are you? Oh, God, what of yours did he burn?
Nothing yet.
I'm Hobson.
And we are a time. We're here to look for your son.
Oh, thank cruel, finally a bit of luck. Oh, please come in, where are my manners? I'm Flack Ogden, and this is my wife Corridor.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you're in a very stressful situation right now.
Take a couple deep breaths and we'll be okay. We're very pleased to meet you. Now, please, if you could go over again, what happened here?
So, his wife Corridor pipes up and says, it was dinner like any other night. We sat down to some mutton and mash and...
Oh, delicious.
Just asking Cyril about his schooling. He seemed a little nervous, and then out of nowhere, whoosh! There was fire everywhere. He was screaming, and he just ran. We were too busy trying to put the fire out to follow.
Did he look like he was in pain, or was it just out of complete the blue?
It's hard to say. We really don't know. I mean, all we can say for sure is that... Thank the gods it rained that night. Otherwise, he was like to burn the whole town down. Once we'd gotten things under control, I tried to go after him. He cut a bit of a swath, so it was easy to follow for a stretch, but eventually the burn marks just petered out, and I couldn't find any sign of them.
Well, don't you worry. This is completely natural and normal. It happens all the time. My friend here went through such an ordeal when you first learned that you will do wonderfully magical things, and we'll take good care of your boy once we find him.
I really do appreciate it, I really do. It's been almost 4 days and we haven't seen our son. We've almost gone broke paying for the repairs to all our neighbours' homes, but all that means nothing. We just want our son back.
We completely understand.
We will go get him.
Yes, we will get him, and we will bring him back to you however we can, but we just need to know, you followed his trail, you said, for a little bit there. How far did you go?
Out to the fields at the outskirts of town.
So he went out of the city, not into the city.
Well, it's just a town.
I'm sorry, I love this little place. It's so quaint, I thought it was bigger. But either way, you followed him out, so did he go across the town or just out and out?
The field.
You guys saw all the burn marks on your way in, right?
Yes, we did. We saw the burn marks. Did your son have a favorite place in the woods he liked to go? Did he have a habitual haunt in the woods, I guess you would say?
Not really. He didn't really leave the town very much.
Not often. Okay.
So, I mean, if he did, it's not something that he ever told us about.
Did he have any friends or anyone he would have contacted or anything else?
Well, there's, he's friends with the boys in his class and like the neighbors' kids, but...
And none of them played together out in the woods? They all went into town all the time?
No, they don't usually go in the woods.
Hobson, is this sort of something you can track? Is it something Hobson can track?
Can Hobson track fire?
So you guys, as a Tyne of the ORE, you are all pretty well acquainted with tracking.
Yeah.
I know at least one of you has a good survival bonus.
It's me.
Yeah.
Somehow it's me.
So you guys can definitely, hold your own in terms of tracking and stuff like that. Every group is put together with at least one tracker in it.
Flack, was it?
Yes.
If your boy comes back here while we're out looking for him, try to hold him here and let us know that he's here. Otherwise, we're going to see if we can find him.
At this point, Sienna pipes up again and says, yes, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to remain here. I will help the townsfolk repair their homes, and I will also wait here just in case the boy should return. You three go out and search for him.
Will do. Sounds good.
I feel completely taken care of in your hands.
Sienna's the leader of the group?
Correct.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, will do.
Oh, all right. I'm going to say my pleasantries and then head outside and see if I can track the boy.
That's what we are going to do as well.
Yeah.
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 Good, because that is what
We are
your
good.
orders were.
See you later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just find him. He's scared. So leaving the home, you guys can pick up the path initially very easily. It's just one long scorch mark, essentially. It leads out to the edge of town, and you come upon this like large field of wheat. And it's a little bit harder to see when you get to this point, but there are still scorch marks there. Clearly, it was raining that night. It washed, a lot of that stuff away. But you can follow it out probably about half to 2/3 of the way into the field before the scorch marks are gone.
Well, this is where our trail ends. It's a beautiful field of wheat, though. It's just so quaint here. I
This
feel
is
like
where the fire trail ends. We should be looking for maybe any other sort of natural trail, maybe footprints or any broken twigs or anything like that.
a wonderful idea. I'll see if I can find anything around. Any broken blades of grass, or perhaps some tramped down field anywhere.
Roll for it.
17.
With a 17, you see that, this is clearly where whatever flame was inflicting the boy ended. But it doesn't look like it cut his stride at all. It looks like he was still traveling at the same pace even once that died down. There are the telltale signs of bent stalks of wheat, sort of sporadic footprints here and there depending on where he hit the actual mud below. So you're able to follow that all the way through to the other side of the field and into the nearby woods. Once you're in the woods, there's sort of this sloppy trail of broken branches and bent leaves and disturbed underbrush that is very easy to follow. This is the trail of a panicked child. He wasn't trying to hide. He was just trying to run. And eventually you come to a small clearing that is just rife with burn marks.
Oh, my. It seems his flame may have come back or something might have happened here. Hobson, do you see anything that I'm missing here? Is there anything that I couldn't have picked up?
So I can also roll for
Roll an investigation check.
investigation? Okay. 8.
With an 8 in looking around the area, the only thing you find is a broken flower pot.
I found this broken flower pot.
Good for you, Hudson.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Very good, Hobson.
Very good at my job.
You are great at your job. So it's broken as in like many pieces, or is it broken like there's a piece missing and it's still kind of intact? Like
Several pieces.
okay.
It's a few pieces.
I know. I couldn't put it together. I thought that maybe it was lying on the ground.
I'm wondering if the boy brought the flower pot or found it here and broke it. I don't know why he would carry a flower pot from the town to here.
Perhaps it had water in it and he thought he could douse himself.
That is a possibility.
I know. I just said it out loud.
Well, I say we should continue tracking him. He's obviously not in his clearing.
He's not, but it seems like there might... does it look like there was a scuffle, or does it look like he just kind of stomped and there was a bigger explosion of fire?
Roll an investigation check.
17.
With a 17, sort of looking around a little more carefully, inspecting the scorch marks, you see that there are also a number of footprints. And it's not just a few, it's a lot. There are a lot of footprints. There's various sizes. There's what look to be the evidence of a scuffle. And there also looks to be the evidence of like drag marks going off towards the north.
Oh no. He was definitely set upon by some ruffians around here, and I fear that he might have been kidnapped. This is not good.
That is not what we were expecting.
No, we were expecting to find a small boy scared out of his mind, covered in flames.
There may have to be some change of plans. Get battle ready, guys. We might encounter some
Well, that's why we brought you along.
unkind types.
I say tally-ho and on with it. We'll find him. We'll save him.
We will. I just wanted to make sure we were ready for a different kind of encounter.
Oh, I thought you were telling us exactly what to do, and I didn't realize that.
What?
Let's go.
So you're going to follow the drag marks?
We're going to follow the drag marks.
Okay. So following the drag marks for some time, you approach what looks like a small encampment. There are... time for our first map.
First map is a first map, baby.
So you approach a small encampment. There are a few tents ringing around a campfire outside a cave entrance of some kind.
All right, Hobson, light it up.
Are we sure we want to light this up? What if a boy is inside a tent? Is that a very wise idea?
Well, I mean, if he's as in tune with fire as we think he is, he probably has resistance to it.
How in tune with fire do we think he is?
He's lit himself on fire at least twice in the last
So he's clearly not very in tune if he can't control it.
I'm just saying, it would be expeditious for us to get there quick.
So how close are you guys getting?
As a military tactician that I am, we are keeping a healthy distance such that this verbal discussion is not overheard by anybody in the camp.
Okay, so would you say you're far enough away that you're not even on the map yet? These are all 5 foot squares.
I would say so.
Okay.
I was clearly joking. I know specifically we shouldn't light them all on fire.
Okay.
I was trying to make light of a situation before a very bad thing is going
It's
to
a
go down.
weird situation for joking. Let us approach stealthily and do an investigation. I would like to investigate, see if I can see any people.
Okay, so it'd actually be a perception check.
A perception check. Or any, signs of people or anything like that. A 6.
Plus your perception.
There's no addition for perception for me.
So looking around, you turn to the others and you're like, hey, let's approach this one carefully. And you start making your way through, and then you sort of pop your head up and you look around and you turn back and you're like, there's no one here. I'm sure of it.
I don't see anyone here.
All right, well, let's do a little recon and see what we can find out, because they obviously would be in that cave then, probably.
That would be my guess.
All right. I still say we take a little caution here and not approach too loudly, just in case they might have a guard somewhere.
That makes sense. Okay.
All of you roll stealth.
Oh, there's a little marshmallow on a stick.
It's the cutest map in the world.
Yeah.
It really is. 16.
Stealth.
With no bonus.
19.
16.
16, 19,
Yeah.
16.
Boom.
The twins! That's why we're twins! They should only roll 1 die for these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Just because that.
I'll do it. You roll.
What are you again? A half elf? So, and I'm a halfling, so I could just even stand on your shoulders. That'd
be great.
You guys could totally Luke and Yoda backpack it.
Yeah. We totally do that.
Or you could baby Bjorn him.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hop in the Bjorn. Come on, Hudson. Hop in.
Okay, so you guys,
Warm in there,
you're
his ass
all
cutting.
you're all very stealthy, and you approach. Which side of the camp do you want to approach from?
Not the cave side.
That would be impossible.
That leaves 3 sides.
I say we're coming from the northwest.
We will fight them.
General Patton, the Tiefling.
This.
We will fight them from the northeast. We will
I say
fight.
coming from this side where we have multiple bushes
Those
behind
are
which
trees.
to hide. Or multiple
trees.
behind which to hide.
I like that idea.
I'm more stealthy and more physically.
Well, we have Hudson in the Bjorn.
Sorry, we need to stop for a moment, and it needs to be said that Nicole just got both of her arms caught in her sleeves, and
Her wizard sleeves.
and panicked.
It's like a really bad Chinese finger trap. Just
Yes.
Come out, that's what it felt like.
Okay, back into it.
Well,
Hudson's in a Bjorn.
I'll go first.
Are you
I'm
guys
definitely
really
the most-
baby Bjorning?
Oh, yeah,
I'm totally okay with it. I'm just making sure that this is happening.
Yeah, sure, let's baby Bjorn. Except I should be facing
Outward.
out, not
Yeah.
towards
Yes,
his
yes.
chest.
Yeah.
So it's one of those,
Front-mounted
the
Bjorn.
I'll be first because I am more
Pew pew.
physically minded.
Cool.
What?
Um,
Isn't Hobson fire?
Yeah, Hobson's fire.
So
yeah,
Hobson would
yeah.
be like that. Okay.
So, as you guys get right about to where you are right now, Ekadius, you are surprised to see that there are actually people in the camp.
Oh. Weird. I didn't see them before.
What? There's people.
There are people in the camp.
Oh no! This could get a little worse than I thought.
I see 1, 2. Oh, they were behind the tents.
Oh. Yeah, next time try looking a little harder. It'll be really good for you.
So there are 2 folk milling about. They're both dressed in leathers. They look they look kind of rough and tumble, and they are both armed, but they don't notice you so far as you can tell, and they don't seem to be doing anything. It looks like they're probably just standing guard and lazily at that.
I'm going to, I just want to perception check them, see if I can see any. Do they look military? Do they look cons ops? Are they...
Cons ops.
Are there some, do I recognize any sort of military training or abilities? Or are they kind of a ragtag group? You know what I'm saying.
So go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Okay. That's a -1, but okay.
Or do you have a history? Are you proficient in history?
That's a -1.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just checking.
That's a 4.
Can I see if I also have to, can I just see if there's any other people that he may have missed?
Roll for it while I'm going over this. So with a 4, in looking at them, you sort of you like go into almost the thinker pose. You like rest your chin on your hand so that you can really steady it and take them in, and you narrow your eyes and just sort of assess them up and down, and they are just shut books. You have no idea. They are masters of their bodies, and they're not giving anything up. You can't figure it out.
They must have taken a physicality, a movement class or something, because they're completely covering up any sort of history or training they have. I cannot see anything.
Well, if they've deceived you, that could be very, very lethal to us. I got a 21 on my perception check.
With that, you see that there are, in fact, just these 2 guards out there. You also notice that there are various sacks around. It's hard to tell exactly what they're filled with.
Like what size sacks?
Like a sack of potatoes size sack. No, you don't have to roll for sack. Okay. And there is a small rack that has some animal skins drying on it, and yeah.
But nothing boy size like in the sack.
No.
Okay.
No boy size sacks.
Well, we can clearly see that there is no. The boy's not here. But if these 2 have completely baffled you, Ekadius, I don't know what we're up against.
To be fair, our angle on a couple of the tents is a little obscured, so he may be in the tents, but just as likely he may be in the cave. That is a more defensible position.
That's what I thought as well, but you're very right about that. Shall we, I don't think we need to be as stealthy as possible here. We probably can just go right in and ask them a few questions, and they don't seem to be of any real problem here. There's no need to...
I'm very intimidating as well.
Me too.
Yeah. She says in a Bjorn. I'm super intimidating.
I am, though.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I just think that's fun.
She's got the highest charisma of any.
I believe you have disadvantage on that roll when you're in a Bjorn.
I don't know. I feel like that's more intimidating. Like, who is this person?
Like the brain in the body of that Ninja Turtles character. Like Krang. That's the real guy you gotta
I'm gonna go
worry
I
about.
thought it was more like Quado. Just I bend back, and all of a sudden Hobson just pops out and starts talking.
I was thinking like Scarface, the Batman villain.
Oh,
the puppet.
jeez.
Am I a dude or a lady?
You are a dude.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes, you're a dude. Ekadius is a dude, but Safphira is a lady.
Yes, I am. I will defer to the group on this one. Whatever we feel is the right tactic here, as long as we take care to find the boy as fast as possible.
Well, using our natural powers of intimidation, Hobson, I say you take the left, I'll take the right, and we divide and conquer.
It's the facts of life. Never mind.
Are they? Okay. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Should I stay in the center then?
Do you want to de-Bjorn?
We don't have to. It's actually more intimidating if you're in the Bjorn.
I want to stay in the Bjorn.
I'll keep you in the Bjorn then.
Then-
I'll be your wheels.
Then don't stay in the center.
It's so cozy. Okay, so you guys are going for this sort of flanking maneuver.
Yes.
Flank,
I want to sneak up on him and be like,
flank.
I've got you now.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you're still stealth.
Yes.
What are you doing? You essentially, if you're about to try and initiate some kind of combat, you have a surprise round.
I don't
because
want-
they do not see you.
For me, I don't want to initiate combat. I want to kind of do like that thing in the movies where there's a gun up to his head and it says, "You make a sound, I'll
So you
shoot."
put like a knife to his throat?
Yeah, and my sword to his throat or her throat or something. I have a great sword which is not very nimble. It's not very nimble for this sort of maneuver, but you
Well,
understand
you're
what
very
I'm
strong.
saying.
You could like get up behind him and put the sword up in front of his
Yes.
throat.
Okay, then that's what I do. I say, drop your weapons
Do a little fire and ice.
and talk to me.
What
Yeah.
are you guys doing? Since I'm assuming you guys are gonna like act at the same time.
Yeah.
You well-oiled military machine that you are.
I'm gonna try to sneak up behind and so that Hobson can put their hands on the guy. Just like hold them. Or...
How many people do you think Hobson is?
Sorry.
There?
There are 12 people in this Bjorn.
Hobson Collective.
It's like the board.
We are Hobson.
Hobson has dissociate personality disorder.
Hobson is actually just a hive of lesser beings.
It's a swarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobson, if we can sneak up right enough, if you could make your hands burn a little bit and then get really close, then we can threaten them from behind.
I'd be down.
Okay.
I'll make my hands burn a little bit.
Okay. So, yeah, you have. I'm sure one of your cantrips is. Don't you have like create campfire or something like
I
that?
have create bonfire.
Yeah. So we'll say that you create a bonfire in each hand, so that you're just like juggling two of them. Makes sense. It works. But yeah, so you guys
tiny logs.
are approaching. You're gonna use fire to intimidate, and you're gonna sidle up to him with your sword.
And I'm just gonna Bjorn it.
Yeah, you're arguably playing the most important role here.
Arguably.
Yeah,
Arguably.
she's ferrying you. So let's. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to resolve this. Roll another stealth check, everybody. So the first stealth check was you approaching the camp. This one will be you approaching each of these two.
13.
13?
9.
12.
So for you guys, since you're acting as one, I'm going to take the average.
It's like how stealthy or unstealthy can I be
in a Bjorn?
just sitting in a Bjorn?
Well, you also have you're juggling bonfires.
True, that's very true. I forgot about the bonfire.
And you're in the woods, so it could go pretty horribly.
You're right.
You cast
You're
that
right.
before you enter the club.
Oh.
You neglect to realize that it's autumn and there's a lot of dry brush around.
Yeah.
Are we just pulling like
I
a
drop a bonfire.
Yeah.
We're pulling a
Butterfingers.
we're pulling a Dread Pirate Roberts basically,
Yeah.
where she's like just lighting up everything as we're pushing
Yes.
on a trolley.
Andre the Giant is there saying things you cannot understand. I'm the Dread Pirate Robber. That should totally be your voice, by the way.
Two undiscernible accents.
Yeah. Okay, so you this pincer maneuver coming at them from both sides. Neither of them see you, so you are able to approach. Ekadius, you come up behind this large gentleman, and you put sort of your left arm around his chest, and with your right arm you draw your large sword right up to his neck. And then you guys, Hobson in the Bjorn, Safphira, you're very, you have this cat's-like grace about you and approaching behind.
They've done this before.
This other person, and you grab them by the shoulders and spin them around, and then Hobson is just right there with the two bonfires. So, what do you?
The cutest thing.
We'll start with Ekadius. What do you guys say?
Hello.
Or are you?
Should we speak at the same time?
You can if you want to. It might make you less intimidating. What are you guys going to try to talk loud enough that everybody can hear, or are you each trying to talk to the single person that you're with?
I want to start. My first bit of business will be to move him out of the camp and back over. And I was hoping you would do the same, so that we could have a kind of a
so
joint
you're gonna
conversation.
drag him
Like away from the cave.
Yeah.
there. He comes. What are you guys doing?
Same thing.
Yeah, we were gonna do the same thing. Try not to drag too close to the fire.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are probably just like,
Come here.
instead of dragging him, just like, quote unquote, gun to the back of bonfire hands.
Fires to the temples.
Hot buns coming through.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet the both of you. It would be wise to listen to us and what we have to ask. We are looking for a boy who may have set fire to a few things. I'm sure you know something about this.
They sort of look at each other, and then they look back at you, and the big one just sort of like snorts, just gives like a.
I put the blade closer to his throat. I applied pressure.
Can I make my bonfires a little bigger?
Sure.
I'm gonna stand there intimidatingly.
Just smiling.
just smiling.
The smaller one at this point sort of like looks up at the larger one and then sort of looks back at the bonfire slowly growing in size right in front of her and says, God, I don't get paid enough for this. Yeah, we've seen your boy.
Where did he go?
Very good. Where is he?
Little one once again starts to speak, but the big one sort of just goes like, shh, what are you doing? He'll kill us.
Let's just put something out there right now. I want to make sure that we're all understanding this. If you don't tell us, then you're going to have the entire ORE on your hands, coming down here to make things even worse for you.
My friend here finds silence very awkward.
Yes, extremely.
So it would be a little bit smart on your part to fill the silence with information.
We ain't afraid of you, or your bloody raven's egg.
Really? That's quite strange. Because we seem to be the ones here with large fires growing bigger every minute and a large blade to your neck. I would probably want to, in this situation, at least get out of that and be able to collect my pay later.
Pfft, large swords, large fires. These two don't look like they have the grapes to use either.
Can I throw one of my bonfires, like, just make it smaller and then throw it at his foot?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I burn his foot.
Okay,
on fire.
so
You collective of...
roll a dex check.
You light Safphira on fire.
So 10.
So it's easy. You're standing pretty close. So you shrink one of your bonfires down to like the size of like a hot coal, but it's still a fully burning fire, and you chuck it at his foot, and it hits, and he sort of jumps. But Ekadius is still holding him with the sword at his throat, so it like doesn't cut his throat, but it definitely slices into him, and he's now bleeding.
Oh,
You were saying?
that looks like something that could have been avoided. I'd love to avoid anything like this again in the future. So, please, inform us as to what is going on.
You can't torture me. I never talk.
We would not like to torture you. We would love to let this all go.
We want to let you walk away alive. You're just mercenaries here doing a job. We understand that. But we have a job to do as well. And why can't two professionals help each other out?
So the smaller one pipes in again and says, Fenton, come on, we don't need this. We can... Discretion's a better part of valor and all, right? He looks back down at her and says, fine, do what you want. So she sort of puts her hands up in this way of like, please put the fire down. Like,
Okay, I put the fire down.
Oh, Hobson, you're such a wonderful negotiator.
and she says, the kid's he's inside. He's in the cave.
How many more is he with?
There's just two in there.
So why did you take him?
We didn't. It was you've stumbled onto the current layer of the Chainwise gang.
Do I know the Chainwise gang?
Do I know the Chainwise gang?
Roll a history check.
That was scary. 10.
25.
Oh, wow.
I have a +7 to history.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Ekadius, you do not know. Hobson, you don't know either. But Safphira is an avid reader, and is always looking into the news, the common organizations in various areas. And when it was said that you were to be dispatched to Jarrett's Hollow, she immediately went looking for all of the information she could find, and she did find just a couple of stories here and there, not many, but stories that reference the Chainwise gang, which is a bandit gang that roams the woods in these areas. All you know is that they are led by a man named Argon Chainwise.
So Argon Chainwise is in the area then. That's quite nice. It was in the dossiers I prepared for us earlier as we came here, if you saw.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm glad you read them.
Right.
I took a long time writing those out. It was very nice of you to read them.
Yes, no, they were very thorough.
A lot.
There's a lot in there.
Is he here with us today? You can just nod and not say if you need to.
Well, he's not in the camp right now.
Oh, but he wants the boy.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You've been very helpful here. Well, as we said, we didn't want any trouble. Is there anything else that we needed from them before we can let them go on their way and head off on their merry way?
We need to be able to get into that cave and remove the boy, and we need to trust that you two will not interfere with that. Is that something we can expect from you?
The smaller one that you've been speaking with says yeah, we'll bugger right off.
Insight check?
Sure.
13.
You get the feeling that she's telling the truth.
Okay. I feel...
And you still have your sword to the throat of the larger one.
Yes,
so.
I do.
What was our leader's name that's back in the town?
Sienna.
The other thing we can tell you is you've been very helpful to us, and as we said, we're professionals all working here together. If you venture back into town, ask for Safphira. Just let her know that you helped us out, and that you'll probably be taken care of by the ORE.
Just make sure you pronounce her name right. It's Sienna.
Sienna, I am horrible with names for someone that researches so much. Hobson the Collective.
That is
The
okay.
collective agrees.
Go back into town, ask for Sienna, tell her that we respected your dignity and you were working hard at camp when we came. And when you found out you were on the side of wrong, you put down your weapons and are eager to
assist
work
us.
for the good.
Right. Do you have a bandage?
I can press the digitation something on there, right?
Can you prestidigitation a wound?
No, but I can put a bandage on there, right?
You guys have like basic healing
Yeah,
kit
okay.
stuff.
I'm
so
not
you
a
can,
healer. I don't do this for a living.
You can provide
I don't
like
want
a bit
to
of
waste a
gauze.
spell slot.
Fine.
I love that every one of your characters is going to be so concerned about spell slots, like in universe.
I don't want to
I
waste
rip a
a
piece of the
spell
Bjorn
slot.
off and I hand it to him.
And he takes it and immediately like slaps it onto his throat. And they
He's being a baby.
He's-
It wasn't that bad.
You could cauterize the wound if you wanted to with a bonfire.
I could.
it means something when someone who is in a baby building calls you a baby.
You're being childish.
You're being childish.
As my legs stick like straight out.
They're just dangling.
Well, no, this is it's not.
You're being childish. Now I need a nap.
It's not a baby Bjorn. It's a war
Where's my
Bjorn.
juice?
Sorry, yes.
It's our war Bjorn.
Well, all right. Tally ho.
So they
Good doing business with you.
they back away from you off into the woods, and you guys all keep watch until they're well away, and then they are well away.
Let
What you wanna
us
Well,
look around camp.
we should definitely take a look around the camp, but I'm not perplexed, but the gang that took him, it's just, they're not known for being this bold.
Right. We both know that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes,
read-
this
you
is
read
the dossier
definitely
that I prepared for you,
right?
We're not.
I thought it was all, I'm glad we're all on the same page. We all think this is a weird occurrence.
Yes, very weird.
I mean, I was gonna say it if you weren't gonna say it.
Well, I'm sorry, I said it first. I'll let you speak first next time, Hudson. It's elementary, really.
Well,
You know that his name is Hobson,
Yes, I
right?
do.
With a B? I'm just making sure.
Yes, I do.
is this a character choice?
Yes, it
Okay.
We are
Okay.
best friends. You
I'm
should
true.
know my name.
It's a weird.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
weird nickname to just replace one letter randomly.
I'm sorry, I made a
Basically
character choice.
just
I will
flip it
stop
over.
making that character
No,
choice.
it's fine. I just like making fun of you.
So I'll do an investigation check
That's great.
into the camp. Just look around for
Let's follow Ekadian, okay?
anything, Ekadius, anything around the camp. Oh, not great.
Would you like me to help you with
Yes,
You
let's
can
all
all
have
you
a
can
look.
all roll investigation.
I got a
checks.
6.
You're all searching independently.
that? I got a 14.
I got a 17.
Ooh,
Okay.
the
I'm
Bjorn
going,
knows
but I'm
best.
going to use athletics for this one.
It's a very physical act to investigate.
a few windmills.
Looking around the camp, I found a really sweet weight bench, guys.
Kettlebells!
They were apparently doing CrossFit.
I see like a line of like dumbbells and a bunch of puke.
Yeah.
It's CrossFit time.
Where do all these big tires come from? So looking around the camp, Ekadius and Safphira, you don't really find anything that sticks out to you. Nothing that really, piques your interest. Hobson, in looking around, it's easy for you to like go in and out of the tents because you're so short. So you're just sort of waltzing in through everything. You see all of the stuff that,
You've debjorned.
Yeah,
that they've
I've
got in there.
debuted.
Yes, you've debjorned.
So much lighter.
Do that? That costs an action, though. So
It's true.
But it's a free action.
Do I have to, like, make a check?
So you search through all of the tents, and you find just what look to be sort of the basic tenets of like a bandit or a mercenary who's camping outside. It looks like there's probably enough like sleeping arrangements in the various tents for about 13 to 14 people.
Ooh, it's a small army.
But you do not see any signs of the boy. Just the tents themselves, some fallen logs that are arranged around a campfire. The campfire isn't even on. It's just like smoldering, like it was put out some hours ago.
Okay.
And then the cave entrance.
Hey, guys.
What?
I don't see any sign of the boy.
That's
Okay.
not a good sign.
that's not a good sign, but they did say he was in the cave.
That's true.
So I
they did.
suppose maybe we should go into the cave. How many bedrolls did you say there were?
Like 13
That's
or 14.
bad. We should
So
probably
there's-
make quick.
There's at least 11 left because we did let 2 of them go.
They said yes.
I just
They
did
did
math.
say pretty truthfully, by my estimation, that there were only 2 in the cave with the boy. Maybe we should do this quickly so that things don't go south.
No, in and out, very quick. We need to get back.
Yes.
Okay, let's go into
Also,
the cave.
do I know how big the chain is? Not chainmail,
Chain wise?
Chainwise gang is.
No, that was not in any of the information that you had.
I'm gonna write this down so I don't get that wrong.
Yeah,
See,
you
this
care,
name
you
he's
care
concerned
about
about.
that name. Yeah, you know, your friends.
I wrote the damn dossier.
Whatever. Okay. Cave go time?
Cave go time.
I think
Yep.
it's time for
Okay.
Keiko.
Operation
time.
Cave Go.
Guess what, guys? Know what we're changing?
A map?
Change the map.
Oh!
Change the map. We're gonna change the map. We're gonna change the map. We're gonna change the map.
Change the map.
Pew!
Ooh, it's got like an S curve to it. Looks kind of like the Firefly shirt.
Is
from
this a
Firefly.
cave or a toilet cistern?
Oh no!
Your sister's a toilet
Oh,
sister.
I didn't. That was very mean.
That's not true. I
That
met your
was
sister.
cruel.
She's very nice.
That was cruel. Okay.
Okay, so cave entrance, cave. Those little X's that you see are torches. So entering the cave, it is lit. You see there are various torches set in the walls. You see that
Are
there's
we re-Bjorning?
I think I'm gonna stay on foot for now.
Okay. Bjorn's
there's
better.
there's an offshoot a little bit to the left. A little bit farther past that, you see an offshoot to the right, and then the hallway sort of it hits a turn, and you can't see any.
Can we
farther
see anything
down.
farther into those rooms from where we are, or is
From the entrance? No.
Okay.
Let's stealthily look into the offshoots.
I'm with you on this one.
Okay.
Roll for stealth.
Rolling for stealth.
No, bad. Okay. 7.
7.
9.
So walking through,
Left first. Stealth. Because that's earliest.
Stealth.
walking through, you
My javelins are scraping over the top of the cave, and it's creating like a scrape noise that I don't notice.
you're dragging your greatsword just behind you, like Linus with his blanket.
Yeah.
Guardian, pick up your sword.
Oh, Ekadius. Oh, but thank you.
So, walking forward, you come to the first offshoot, which is to your left. And heading in, it's a relatively small room. It looks like it's like 5 by 15, and it looks like a makeshift armory.
Oh.
There are various simple and martial weapons, as well as a number of just like basic tools, hammers, chisels, saws, things like that, that adorn these sort of racks that are built on the walls.
What kind of condition are they in?
They're in well kept condition. I mean, these look like weapons that have seen use but are also well cared for.
Nothing more useful or impressive than what I'm currently wielding.
No, certainly
Right.
nothing better than what the ORE would provide you with.
Sure.
Burn it down.
Hobson, do you want to burn this down? I don't know.
You guys think I should burn it down?
I don't think you should
My
burn it
only
down.
idea with it is that, if this is their weapon stores, they can't get back to get their weapons if they don't already have some on them.
Oh, that makes sense.
And this wasn't a rash decision. I'm actually thinking of trying to cover up.
No, it's just you like to yell burn it down.
I can't always tell when you're serious.
Safphira, roll an investigation check.
17.
So, looking around, as you're saying this, we should burn it down because then they won't be able to get their weapons. You notice that there are a number of sort of slots on the wall that have nothing in them that look like they should. So it looks like
They're
whoever
hiding
isn't
space.
here is probably armed.
And it's 11 things missing, probably.
It's more than that, because, you can safely assume that they carry probably a sword and a dagger and possibly something else. So it's hard to discern exactly how many people there are that are armed based off of this. But while there are weapons here, it's definitely not full. It's not everything that this place was designed for.
Maybe we don't burn it down just yet. I mean, I was a little rash with that. I apologize. But we should keep going through here. And there's no magical anything, any potions or anything?
Nope.
Can I take a dagger?
Sure.
Dagger taken. Operation Cave Go is back on.
Is also a go?
Yeah.
Operation Cave a Go-Go. Okay,
It's a
so...
bad C3K film.
Yeah, it is. Continuing down.
Should we roll stealth or...
You don't need to re-roll. We're gonna keep your stealth rolls.
Still
for now.
scraping. Still...
All right. We check the right.
So going to the next offshoot to the right, you sort of peek your head in and you see what appears to be some sort of food storage room / kitchen.
Burn it down.
There are pots bubbling in there as someone seems to be preparing for a large meal. There is a person in there, and he is busily rooting through the food that's in there, as if he's the one who's sort of preparing a meal. Almost looks like he's preparing for everyone's return.
Wow, look, it's the chef.
So as you peek into the room, your javelins do in fact scrape the roof of the cavern, which makes him turn.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I smelled food.
Very quick on your feet.
Roll deception.
I got a +2 in that. That's not a bad move for me. Hey, 18.
So 20. You rolled a
No.
16.
A total of 18.
So
I smelled food. I was outside.
So he turns and he says, "Oh, yes, it's not ready yet. I don't recognize you. Are you new?
Yeah.
What's your name?"
Ekadius.
Can he see all of us or just...
At the moment, just Ekadius is around the corner.
Yes, I am new. We're late to the cave. My apologies. I mean, I'm late to the cave. But I
don't know many people that speak in the royal we. It was very interesting.
Yes, again, I apologize. But I am here now, ready for food. What is on the menu tonight? I walk in and I just kind of make my way. My plan is to make my way towards him, but I'm going to look like I'm like looking at a pot. Wow. I'm like looking at all the food.
Do you say that out loud?
I don't know. But I'm like, oh, okay, meat over here. That's very nice. I'm very excited for the meal you have prepared for us, but I'm now walking my way over to him. And,
okay. So you're sort of creeping towards him?
Yeah, not creeping. Just like checking out the kitchen.
Well, yes, but you are gamboling your way through under the guise.
Before I do, I've like done a
Meander.
little symbol to the two of them to stay back. Yeah,
I kind of picked that up from the way you were talking.
Sure.
So he says, "Well, yes, the boys killed a boar, and I've prepared and dressed that. And I'm boiling a whole bunch of potatoes that we stole, and
you stole. Very good.
We found some fennel out in the forest, and I'm using a bit of that.
Yes.
I like to do a lot of found food.
You let me know when I'm close enough to him. Oh, you're a forager. That's very in right now.
I found some chard and some kale, and I've been preparing that. And
escapes.
This is the Jamie Oliver of bandit cooks.
I made sort of a roux out of the flour.
And what are you working on right there? I lean in. I'm like, am I close to him?
Yes,
now?
you're close now.
Okay. And what are you working on right now? Element of surprise! And then I'm going to grapple him and again
try to drown him in the pot.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to incapacitate.
Please yell element of surprise.
The element of surprise!
There's one ingredient you're missing. The element of surprise.
Okay. So describe to me what it is you would like to do, and then
I
we'll
love
figure
it
out
when he
how we
cooks
do
it.
it.
He's
element of
over a
surprise.
pot right now. What is he over? He's over
So he has his back to like the sacks of sort of dried foods.
Okay.
And then in front of him there are there's a pot in front of him of like stewed potatoes.
Okay. I am going to am I skilled enough with my great sword? Is it a great sword? Yes.
Yes.
It's a great sword.
It's a great sword, man. To quickly, I've had good luck with sword against neck. So, am I fast enough to achieve that?
Roll a dex check with proficiency.
Dex with proficiency. Okay. Where's my dexterity? Oh, it's just one of those.
Yeah.
And then with proficiency. Oh no. With proficiency, that adds what? 5. Oh.
Yeah.
3. Okay, so 3 plus dex is
2.
So 5 plus 4, 9.
So with a 9,
chop his head off.
Oh, no. That would be a
your
nat
greatsword
one.
was stowed.
Yeah.
So you go to sort of deftly in just this one maneuver grab the hilt and
Yeah.
pull it out and put it up to his neck. But you're in a much more enclosed space than you're used to.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
there's like these sacks of food to the side. There's all of these pots and pans that are on this sort of central table that are in there. So you draw it out and it scrapes across the ceiling and you like accidentally tear a bag of flour open and it just sort of spills on the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then you like knock a bunch of pots off of the
This feels
off
more
of
like
the
a nat
table in the
1 to
middle.
me.
But all of this sort of commotion still takes him by
Oh,
surprise.
okay, cool.
And you do still get your sword up to his neck. Your sword is just now has like a bunch of flour on it.
Oh, okay.
And you made a lot of noise.
Yes. Oh, that's fine. Hey, guess what? I lied. I guess I didn't because I am new here. And I did smell food. Actually, I told the truth earlier. You just misinterpreted it. Shame on you. Guys, come on in.
Oh, okay.
These are my friends. We're here for the boy. Please,
Not to eat him.
no, not to eat him. Why would he assume that?
Well, you came in. He's a cook. It's what he does.
He assumes that any reference is for eating?
You were being
That is a
very...
ridiculous thing to think.
How backward do you think I am? I've met a tiefling before. I know they're not cannibals.
I'm just getting out of the way.
Thank you. You're not as bad you're not that bad. Listen, we're here simply for the boy. Is that a problem?
I mean, it might be a problem for you.
Why?
Well, there's a lot more of us than there are of you.
In the cave right now.
Well, no, not in the cave right now, but just, all told.
When are they coming back?
I don't know.
What are they off doing?
I also don't know. I am the cook. I cook.
Okay.
Where is the boy right now?
He's in the main room farther down the cave.
Can you put a little extra salt on my potatoes, please? Just no.
You just knocked them on the floor.
Yes, I did. So never mind.
As a professional to another, we just wanted to offer you the same a chance that we offered your friends outside. We're just here to pick up the boy. We don't want any trouble. We just want to take him back. And if you would, want to move on and just kind of take a break, as it were, for a while, we would be most appreciative. That way we don't have to make anything worse. I mean, it smells divine in here, if I haven't said that, by the way. It is so hard to find a good boar prepsman in any of this land.
I do really appreciate forest-to-table culture, so this is a beautiful thing you've got going on.
It really is. You should open your own restaurant. It smells amazing in here.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
You're welcome.
you're very welcome. We don't have any trouble with you. We just want to take the boy, so please keep at what you're doing, and we will go off and get him. Can we count on you to not make a stink?
Yes, I will just
Everyone grabs their dice.
just keep cooking.
Okay.
Time rolls are really insane.
I will fail whatever that is.
That's a 19 plus 5, so that's 24.
Yeah, so a 2.
He's telling the truth.
I insist he's telling the truth.
So Hobson is just like vaguely listening, but is just like really into this boar.
That's real good.
It smells real good, and like the ORE kind of keeps you guys on like this low protein diet, and it's just not sitting right with you. So you're just like salivating, and you're barely paying attention.
I'm a vegetarian, so that's why we've been.
Ekadius is just like he's just sad about this potato. He's like, I really wanted a good stewed, salty potato. And now I ruined it, and there's flour all over him, and I just, he just feels bad. But
Done.
Safphira, in listening to the cook when he says that, like, oh, of course, I'll just stay here and keep cooking. You get the feeling that he will run as soon as you guys go down the hallway.
As much as it would be nice for you to continue cooking, I feel like you could cook in a better location. As I said before, we're professionals here. We work with the ORE, and we love to sponsor great people and great artisans.
We have a scholarship program.
We do. And if you go back to town right now, we have something set up that maybe they can help you set up your restaurant. That'll be wood to table. And then you could have an amazing thing that we'd bring in people from all over to try your food, to really bring it out there and show what a mastery of the art you are.
No one would have to kidnap boys.
Yeah, why would you want to kidnap boys when you can make amazing food?
Okay, first of all, I didn't kidnap the boy. I'm the cook. Second of all, you said that the restaurant would be a wood-to-table restaurant.
Yes.
I don't cook wood.
No, I understand. It's from the woods to table.
So then it'd be woods to table.
Yes, wood to table.
He's bad at words. Just
I'm a girl.
yeah. John Van Luling is bad at words.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Safphira is bad at words, so just let's just roll with it, okay? We're offering you something here. We don't want you. This is a very dangerous business you've gotten yourself into here.
And you're obviously a very skilled and wonderful cook.
Well, I'll just leave then.
Okay. Shall we walk you out?
If
we
you
want to point you-
feel that's
We
necessary.
want to point you in the right direction so you know where to go to set up shop there and contact our people.
You know where the town is, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Great. You'll find some scapes along the way, I'm sure. All right, let's walk him out. Walk the little guy out.
So you walk him out, and you sort of wait until he's like just about out of view.
Or you get ambushed from behind.
And then he just as he's like on the verge of being out of view from very far off, you just hear, "Oh, green onions!"
Good luck to him.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
So going farther down the hall, we gotta change the map again.
The map's now different. It was before. Now the map is changed. It's on the table. The map.
Okay. So continuing down, you go around the curve in the hallway that stopped you from seeing down from the entrance of the cave, and the cave sort of narrows and then widens out again.
Burn it down.
And you come to this. What seems to be a very large room. Right before the large room, there's another offshoot to the left, and this is the first sort of alcove you've seen that has an actual door.
Oh wow. Door. Are we going to? Can we re-stealth?
Yes, yeah. Roll for stealth again.
That's not good. Why am I so bad at rolling today? 6.
11.
15.
You are marching down the hallway. You've come to this offshoot to the left with a door. Which Dean?
I want to take a look at the door and see if there's any magical warding or anything on it.
I'll look ahead.
Is that an Arcana or is that a...
It's investigation.
Check the room in front of me, not the door, but because we can see from right here, we can see the room.
Yes, but let's resolve this first.
18.
18? It does not look like there's any sort of magical warding.
What type of door is it?
Not one on the room in front of me.
What type of door is it?
Yes.
It's a wooden door.
Okay. Didn't know if it was like a metal door or
No,
stone.
it's wooden.
You roll in that one, investigating the room ahead of you.
Though I cannot. I guess I'm not seeing what's. My helmet has kind of slid down my face a little bit, and I have
javelins
not noticed. And I'm like, it's dark in here.
Ekadian,
Well,
lift up your helmet.
Ekadius. Well, all right. Cool.
I was gonna say you have dark vision. You would be able to see in the dark.
Do I? Do tieflings have dark vision?
I think you do.
Do I? Where would I see that?
Down at the bottom left there.
Oh, yep. Okay, I do have dark vision.
You can see in the dark. I would think if it got dark, it would be magical at that point. Probably.
Yes. Cool.
That's what you're doing.
Don't you open the door?
I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
Yes.
So you go, put your hand on the handle, and it gives. It's not locked. And opening it up, you see what looks to be a sort of lavish sleeping quarters.
Dibs.
Why? No, we're not going to sleep. Silly.
But this is very nice. This is unlike the tents and everything that was outside. This is like a feather bed. There's a wooden bed frame in here. There are some nice sort of like silks on the wall. This is like a well-kept bedroom.
This must be Mr. Chainwide's room.
Chainwise. So there's nothing in here. There's nobody in here.
Correct. There is no person in
I'd like to search the room.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
You hate me, don't you?
No. I find you very entertaining.
17.
You find no trace of Mr. Chainwide or Wise, and nothing really of interest. I mean, there
Nothing
are
value of gold.
no, nothing that sort of sticks out to you. It is what it is. It is just a bedroom. A very nice one, but just a bedroom.
Is there a nice bedspread on the bed?
Yeah, it's got some silk sheets.
I'd like to take the sheets.
You have silk sheets.
Thank you. I'm going to put them in my pack.
Taking used sheets.
I can wash them. Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Well, there's probably sheets back in town.
Yes, but these are nicer than those, and I can make a really nice Bjorn for Hobson here.
Okay. Let's go back
It might
into
be better if you
the
slip out of
main
it easier.
room.
That's my whole thought. I mean, unless you don't want me to, I don't have to.
We'll talk later.
No, this is for us. This is for you.
We'll
look
talk
at the
later,
boy.
Safphira. Back into the main room.
So exiting the bedroom and going down, you see that the cave opens into this large room that's lit around the walls with torches and another torch sort of in the center on the far side. There's a dais with an opulent-looking chair. There's a long table and benches on the ground in front of it, and a table off to the side that's strewn with what look to be various maps and daggers. And there's a full-length mirror next to it. Ooh. And then in the center of the room on the far side is an iron cage with a boy of not more than 8 years old in it. Outside the cage sits a guard in a chair, and he is clearly asleep.
Does the boy see us?
The boy is asleep as well.
Oh.
What was the boy's name again, just so I can remember?
You didn't ask.
Awesome. We did the second time we've not asked for the child's name.
No, they said it.
They said
didn't
it
they?
during the thing.
They
I
never
thought.
said it?
Oh,
Oh.
well, knowing you, they didn't say it.
Yeah.
He did say a name when you guys came to the door, but it's up to you
Cecil?
to remember that kind of shit.
Cecil?
Was it?
It was not Cecil.
Was it?
It started with like an S sound.
It was probably Ron.
Krisreith?
Krisreith? Was it Kavina? Was it?
Is it the same boy?
It is not.
It's not Aldo.
Yeah.
Waldo.
It's Aldo. It's Waldo. Okay.
We found him again.
This is okay. So this is the cage. I will assume this is the boy we're looking for. Can I look around? The cage is locked. Can I look around for any on the guard? Is there any key on his belt or anything that might unlock the cage?
So roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna throw it instead of rolling it. See if that
So you're
makes
gonna have
a
to roll
difference.
2 things for this because you're inspecting a person who is asleep. I'm assuming you do not want him to wake up.
No, and I'm not going to touch him.
You're just looking.
Okay.
I'm looking at
So
first.
roll an investigation check.
Nat
20. Yeah, he's got a key.
He's got a key and I can see it.
You
He's
can
got
see it.
all the
It's on his
keys.
belt.
So he's sitting in a chair to the left of the cage. You can see the keys hanging off of his belt at the right side. There's about like maybe 1 foot of space between him and the cage.
Okay.
So
He is one person, and I'm going to try to do it without waking him. But if he does wake up, I'm not worried. We are 3. He is 1.
Should we all surround him, perhaps, and just...
Should I make some bonfires?
To make a few bonfires.
Yeah, I like that.
Just
I like it.
1 to 3 bonfires.
Just make a couple bonfires.
No,
Burn it down.
Do what you want, Hobson. actually, if we have fires up, maybe the boy will wake up and get scared. He had made them and he's probably very distraught. But hey, you do you, Hobson.
No, you're right.
It's up to you, Hobson.
I'll go
You
for
do
the
what
key
you
now.
need.
Are you trying to do it and not wake him, or are you just going to grab the key?
I suppose I'll do it and try not to wake him. I'm not going to put that much effort into it, though, because I'm not that worried if I do wake him or not.
So, not even gonna make a roll for it.
Awesome.
You go to grab the key, and in pulling it off of his belt, it just sort of jars him a little bit.
The
and
second he wakes up, I smack him in the face.
roll an unarmed strike.
10 plus
Unarmed.
strength,
Yep.
plus 3, so 13.
Plus that.
Oh, plus 16, so 16.
16. Yeah, you hit him right across the face. He takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Hey, bud. Rise and shine and shut up. We're going to take the boy, and you're going to sit there and do nothing. Got it?
He's sort of holding his jaw, and he just goes, uh-huh.
All right. Good looking out. And then and I open up the cage.
I'm gonna stay right next to him and kind of.
So you take the key, and you open up the cage. What next?
I drop the key and I make a 3 surges of noise.
Wake up, little one! Wake up!
I'm going to try to gently wake the boy. Gently.
Okay.
Because I'm worried that any suddenness, any surprise will cause fire to happen. So,
It's okay. I'm right here.
oh great, yeah, I am fire resistant too, but you know.
Oh no, I'll put it out.
Oh good. And then, yeah, so I wake him up gently.
So you put your hand on his shoulder and you sort of shake him gently, trying to rouse him. And he, his eyes just sort of like slowly blink open, and you can see him like moving his mouth in that, like, you know, waking up with you slept with your mouth open, so it's just kind of cotton.
He's not brushed his teeth. He's
yeah, he's got real bad breath.
Yeah.
And he just sort of like blinks and then looks up and sees an armored tiefling with large horns
Yes.
staring at him.
I know.
And he screams.
No, it's okay. Hey, bud. Hey. We are with a time. We're here with the ORE. We're here to rescue you. Don't worry. Shut up!
Hi.
Stop. Look at my friends.
Hi.
We're not here to hurt you. We're here to bring you back to your family.
We're
They are
just
very
like-
worried about you.
We're
They-
just like you.
Yes.
He looks around and he's just like, what? If you're here to bring me to my family, what's their names?
Flack.
Oh, Flack?
Flack.
Was it?
Flack was the dad, yes. It was
Flack?
Flack.
It was Flack?
Flack, yes.
And the mother,
I caught her name
we
quickly as
didn't
we
really
ran out.
talk much.
They're from the town.
Your house was lovely. Oh no, your father was very distraught.
They miss you
They
dearly.
do,
They
but
just
they
want
do
to know you're
miss
safe.
you.
Here, and I can I make an image of their faces with prestidigitation and all? Or?
Roll an intelligence check to see if you remember them well enough.
Straight intelligence.
Yeah, straight intelligence. You can add your proficiency.
Okay, so that is +4 +3, 7, so that's 15.
Okay, so with a 15, you put your hand out in front of you, and this image raises, and the boy sort of...
These are them, right?
He looks at it, and he just sort of, like, narrows his eyes and cocks his head to the side, and he goes, yeah, I guess that's my parents. Yeah.
Great.
We're here to take you back to them. They really are very worried about you, and we want to help you.
So good. I've been so scared and confused.
It's okay. Jump in the Bjorn. We'll
sure
take you
you
with
are
us.
scared.
Jump in my baby.
Is he too big for the Bjorn? What's his... Because you're a halfling, right?
Yeah.
I'm a half.
Yeah, so he might be bigger than a halfling.
He is bigger than a halfling. I mean, he's an 8-year-old human boy.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Maybe
big
not.
for a Bjorn.
That's large for
Maybe
a
not,
Bjorn.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
He can also, like, he has legs. He
I
can
know.
walk.
I just did.
We don't have to go in the Bjorn.
But come with us. Quickly come with us.
Okay, I'll come with you.
What's your name, buddy?
You don't know my name?
Listen, we're not a names group.
Did I not just show you that I had to show you a picture of your parents?
We're best friends, and he doesn't even know my name most of the time.
This is
She.
Hobson. This is Hobson.
And I don't
And
know.
don't
his
assume my gender,
It's
please.
Hobson, guys. Listen, we
Listen to
really are
Ekadius, he
here to
knows.
save you. Ekadius. See, look at this. We're not good with names. It's not our bag.
No, it's a Bjorn.
We got our mission and we sped off. We should have researched more, admittedly.
I
But-
admit I was not up to date with this dossier. I am sorry.
It's
about
okay.
that.
It's
I should have
okay.
written the whole thing out. We should have taken 3 days.
It's all
I feel bad.
Saphira's fault, really.
It is. It's my fault. I blame myself.
Okay, well, I've already been taken once.
What is your name?
My name is Cyril.
Cyril.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Cecil. Wonderful.
Cyril. He just said it.
Cyril.
Cyril.
Is she okay?
She's. I don't know. She's got a thing. Apparently, she's intelligent, right? Look
Quite.
at that. Plus more intelligence. Can't
Quite.
remember a person's name.
All right. We should get at it.
we should beat feet.
skedaddle.
Let's go.
Operation Cave Leave.
Is a go.
Is a go.
Okay, so you've got the boy. You start to leave. Are you just leaving the guard there?
I look back at him and I say, "You, shut up.
I say we take him with us.
You want to take him with us?
Just to the
Safphira?"
edge of the cave so that he doesn't scream while we're walking out.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll walk with my hand over. With my. Am I wearing something over my hand? I don't have bare hands, so he can't bite it. I don't want him to bite my hand.
You've got a gauntlet.
Okay, he's got a gauntlet. I don't want him to do that thing where he licks your hand. That's gross. That's so gross. So I walk out. I'm.
You've got your
muffling
hand
him.
clapped over his mouth.
Yeah.
I'll give you my dagger. You can keep it in his
You
bag
can
as well.
lick my gauntlet all you want. That's not gross. Okay.
That's grosser.
Gross for him.
Yeah.
I'm touching a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure it doesn't rust. But
True.
Okay.
Does he have quite oxidizing saliva?
He really does.
Oh wow.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it for you. It'll be
He's
fine.
part rust monster.
Wow.
He's a rust golem.
So, as you start to make your way out, you fucking weirdos. You get to sort of right about there, just before the curve to come around. When you hear this, you hear a loud voice, someone calling into the cave.
Oh.
Poop.
And it says, "You may have bitten off more than you can chew here, friends." And we'll end there.
Oh, farts. Operation Cave Leave is something goes wrong.
Thank you for listening. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at IWVTcast, and you can check out the other great podcasts from Puma Knife at teampumaknife.com. And don't forget about our newly launched Patreon page at patreon.com/IWVT. We want to make the show even better, and that's what your contributions will allow us to do. But they'll do it even faster if more people know about us. So why don't you jump on ye old Apple Podcasts app and write us a nice little review. You can also tag us in your social media posts or use the hashtag IWVT. Any exposure is good exposure, except for indecent exposure. Let's keep it legal. Our theme music is Overworld by Kevin MacLeod. You can check out all of his work at Incompetech.com. Tune in next time for the conclusion of this tangent, as Ekadius, Hobson, and Safphira find out who's connected to the voice outside the cave. We'll see you on the next episode of Improvised Weapons. This has been a Puma Knife production.